Welcome back to Hockey Talks. I'm Carl. That is Dave. And how about those Leafs?
Yeah, they've been on a rampage here.
Absolutely. Going up 2-0 on the series.
Yeah.
Right? And taking advantage of playing Florida, like we said at the beginning.
Yep. It's almost like
for it.
Yeah, it's almost like they've been practicing the entire series for the Florida series, or the entire season. I mean, for the Florida series.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been really moving their shots instead of being a lot of dangles and kind of one player efforts. The whole season they've been working on shooting more from the line and more from those hot spots, so they can play with a clogged net, which that's Florida's style. They take the 50-50 chance, and on most against most teams it works out for them, especially in the season, right?
Yeah.
But it worked against Tampa Bay Lightning. Does not seem to be working against Toronto though.
No.
Even
waiting for this. They've been waiting for this moment to play the Florida Panthers today. There was a very good chance that they would be.
Yeah.
And look at here we are now. Toronto is up 2-0 in the series, and it's been close games. 4-3, I think, for both games. Or was it 5-4 the first game? 5-4 the first game. But either way, they've been playing great. The defense has been fantastic. Goaltending's been great, except for they have the backup. Yeah. They were bouncing back and forth between the two before, but Joseph Woll is now in.
Yeah.
All because of what?
Yes, the hit. The dreaded hit that, of course, everybody has to talk about and give their opinions on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, Carl, I'm a Leafs fan, obviously, right?
Yeah.
From someone who is not necessarily a Leafs fan, what do you think of that contact that was made from Bennett on Stolarz?
I think it was intentional. I think it should be suspension, and that kind of stuff should not be allowed to continue into this game, right?
So let me ask you a different question before we dive too far into it. Yeah. That hit that was 2 years ago, for anybody who doesn't know, 2 years ago when Toronto also faced Florida Panthers, they were playing really, really well, and then there was a Bennett hit on Nyes, and I believe it was after the whistle, and he kind of hauled him down and concussed Nyes and put him out, and that made the Leafs not be as deep of a team, and they weren't quite the same team after that. Mm-hmm. So I got to say, what's your opinion on that hit? Do you recall that hit?
Yeah.
It was after the whistle.
Same thing. I think Bennett is a dirty player. He's been suspended multiple times before, which also should have played into this, right? So that hit on Nyes, absolutely. I mean, it was not a normal hit. It looked like he kind of went out for vengeance.
Yeah.
To try to do something to him, right? I mean, that's my opinion. But staying with the Stolarz hit, I mean, accidentally on purpose, right? I mean, make it look like an accident, but you could see he has had opportunities to skate a different direction, and you could see his shoulder drop.
Yep.
Into the head of Stolarz, right in the back of the head. So the fact that they think that is accidental and that he didn't intend to do that was completely bogus.
Yeah.
Completely bogus. I think he should have been suspended. The league should have another look at this and make the right call, because he shouldn't be on the ice.
But, okay, so aside from that, I don't know if you've seen the game, but just after that contact was made, there was also another play where the Florida Panther forward, I believe, went by and there was nothing really going on. He skated behind the defenseman and kind of brushed into the goalie, brushed into Stolarz. Stolarz went back into his net again. And it's even contact like that. Like, that shouldn't be allowed. But so both those things, it just seems so odd that they're not being called and not being necessarily penalized, but also there's nothing happening because of it. It really makes you scratch your head. And now any other hits that are like this, or any other contact on the goalie like this, is now not, like, there's nothing going to happen from it. So I just don't think that's necessarily a good idea.
It's not a good look for the NHL.
Yeah.
For one thing, right? If they let stuff like that go, and you're right, there was not even a penalty on that play.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Stolarz ended up, he was puking on the bench. He got stretchered out of the arena and to the hospital. He's back now. It seems to be okay. He's still not playing, though.
Yeah.
My guess is probably concussion. We'll see what happens here. We're not 100% sure. They haven't given too many details. But still, no penalty on the play.
Yeah.
No nothing. I think the guy has a history of getting suspended and stuff like this, right? But
But hold the phone, because maybe, now, this is the crazy part of me talking now, okay? Maybe it's the hockey gods, right? Let's just get right down to it. Stolarz was on a big... He was playing really, really well. Absurdly well.
Yeah.
It's odd how well he's playing. Statistically, he's going to get losses. I don't know if you can make the rest of the playoffs without balancing out his stats a little bit. The wins to losses, that is. So the fact that he's out, well, maybe he was going to go on a streak where he doesn't play very well or something. So this will give him a chance to kind of collect himself, get rid of some of the fatigue, let Wool take over. He got a win, on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how he plays and how soon it is before Stolarz can come back. But maybe this is him avoiding those losses that he's determined to get eventually.
Yeah, maybe, right?
He's destined for.
Like I said,
if there's a hockey god,
right?
Yeah.
Well, you never know. It could. Good. But Joseph Woll has been playing pretty good since he came in early for Stolarz, right?
Yeah.
So
he did let in a few.
He did let in a few, right? Yeah. 3, I think.
But he did come in cold, so you always got to give that to him. But still, it's just we'll see what shakes out. And see if Woll can do it. The team looked good on Wednesday, so
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the team looked really good on Wednesday.
Took a 2-0 lead. Yeah,
absolutely. Flipping to the other side, Edmonton and Vegas, they take a 1-0 lead into the series.
What a game!
Yeah, what a fantastic game. They were down 2-0, and it looked like Vegas is kind of, I don't even know, like Vegas or even just Edmonton just all of a sudden turned it up like they've been playing against LA like before.
Yeah.
They just, I don't know. Vegas had
they
no
were a different team this year too.
Vegas had 0 answers for them after. They looked so much faster, more composed, everything. Even though they were down 2-0 right at the start.
Yeah.
They just stayed together and then they just took over that game.
Yeah, and it was one of our earlier episodes. We actually talked about AI. Mm-hmm. And what AI predicted, maybe a couple months ago is a Edmonton and Carolina final. And if you want to see which one wins, maybe check out next week's episode. We'll cover it. But yeah, it's going to be that's also predicted. It's going to be a duo between those two teams for its own reasons, and it's very much looking like, well, obviously as a Leafs fan, Carolina would have to go through the Leafs, where who knows what would happen there. But Edmonton's looking more and more like a team that can make the final, which I find very, very interesting.
Which is crazy because at the start of this playoffs, they did not look like a team that would even get past the first round.
Yep.
And LA went up 2-0. They have won 5 straight so far.
Yeah.
All interesting stat, all comeback games.
Yeah, weird, eh?
Every single one of those. Apparently, it's been a playoff record that 5 games in a row have all been from coming back from deficits.
Wow.
In every single game.
That's interesting. That's a weird record.
5 in a row. Yeah, so that's interesting. I mean, I don't think that's the style of hockey you want to play. But, I mean, they've been getting the wins, right? They're up 1-0 in the series, but it's a long series yet.
Why aren't you guys scoring? Well, I'm waiting for them to get ahead.
Yeah, we just got to wait for them to score. Then we'll score.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. Shifting gears here. Utah Hockey Club is no more.
The Utah Bandits.
Wrong.
Oh.
Utah Mammoth.
I'm just kidding.
Yep.
That's a much better name.
Reveals their name. They are now the Utah Mammoth. Which, did you see the logo?
No, but I imagine it's probably
cool.
a mammoth.
It's actually pretty cool, yeah.
Is it one or many?
One.
Just one mammoth?
It's just weird art design kind of thing. It actually looks pretty cool. I actually like the design.
I heard they're trying to bring back the mammoth. That'll be pretty interesting.
What? Okay. Weird.
Yeah. Just off topic, but yeah. It's cool.
Interesting. Well, maybe the Utah is starting this.
So, here's the question. Do you think that is going to change their ability to play hockey?
No.
Oh.
Do you?
Maybe. You could. It
now
goes
they have
deep.
A deep name?
See, it goes deep. And hear me out here. So, Utah Mammoth, what that signifies to me is instead of it being a plural, like the Rangers, like the Leafs, like the Predators, it's kind of a singular, which really defines the team as one sole entity. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to help push them over the edge. And Carl, that actually leads me to a question.
Okay.
What teams in the NHL are not a plural. Like Mammoth, that's the freebie. There's 5 total. Can you name any?
Wow. Let me see here. Minnesota Wild.
Yes, that is one. Ding, ding, ding.
Let's go with wow.
I wonder if anybody knows. If you know, make sure you comment it. I'll give you a few. Okay? Unless you want to guess once more. I can't give you all the time in the world, though.
No, you can't give me all the time.
Can't bore you guys.
Wow, yeah, well.
How about the team that Florida just put out of the playoffs?
Lightning?
Yes. It's not Lightnings.
Yeah, it's not Lightnings.
So we got Lightning, we got the Avalanche, we have the Wild, the Mammoth, and I'm going to leave the last one for you guys. See if you can figure it out.
Yes. All right. Well, yes. Yeah. I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's a tough one.
It is.
That's a tough one. I can only think of the Wild, but yeah, Lightning. I wanted to call them bolts. For some reason, I
thought lightning bolts.
Yeah, lightning bolts. I don't know why. You hear bolts so often.
Yeah.
Right. But the Blackhawks, obviously. Blackhawks. Okay. But yeah, weird. That's a tough one. Who would the last one be? Anyways, I won't spoil it. I'll let you guys figure that out.
Yeah.
We're moving on. But speaking of the Blackhawks, Connor Bedard. Weird thing is, they've been out. They were terrible this year, right? But they have the World Cup coming up in a couple of days here.
That rhymes.
Yes,
you're a poet. You didn't even know it.
Yeah, I did not. They have a World Cup coming up in a couple of days here.
Maybe not a poet.
No, maybe not a poet. But Connor Bedard decided to opt out of joining Sidney Crosby, Nathan McKinnon, Marc-Andre Fleury, which he's come back out of retirement real quick.
Wow.
To go play for Canada.
Yeah.
But I feel like even Macklin Celebrini, right? Yeah. Will Smith is obviously on America side. He's playing as well, though.
Not the guy that smacked a guy. This is
not the Will Smith from San Jose Sharks, right? Yeah. But Macklin Celebrini and all that, they're going to play. But Connor Bedard opted to not. I think it's a mistake for him to not.
Well, we don't really know why, though.
We don't know why. Maybe he's dealing with an injury or anything like that. But if he's not, and he just wanted to have the summer off, I don't know. I think he should be playing. If he can, he should be playing on Team Canada, because look at all the experience that you would get just playing with Sidney Crosby and Nathan McKinnon and all that stuff, right? You get to play with Macklin Celebrini, who they've been best friends for a long time.
But here's the thing, though, okay? I heard there was a new season of Fortnite, and
there we go.
Those don't last forever. You gotta get that up there. You gotta get that high score.
That's true. That's true. When else do you have time to do it?
Yeah, I mean those skins, they come and they go. You gotta unlock them while you can.
Don't hockey players train all summer too? Like they used to just once the season ends, they took the summer off, and then once training camp hit, then they went back to it after they built themselves a nice gut, and then they'd go back and go train again.
Not everybody's Michael Jordan, man.
But they don't do that anymore.
No,
they train all summer long. Right? All summer long, which you don't have much of a break then. Anyways, Connor Bedard not playing for Team Canada for unknown reasons, which I think he should have been.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion. I think he should get a lot of experience from that. Moving on anyways. Carolina was the other game that played on. Takes a 1-0 lead over the Washington Capitals.
Yeah, they're gonna kill it.
I think they're gonna take the Capitals down.
Yeah. They're going to sweep them.
You think they're going to sweep them? I don't think so.
It'd be funny.
It would be funny. Did you see the thing where Tom Wilson took the stolen mouth guard from Sebastian Aho?
No, I didn't see that.
Because he had chewing on it like a lot of the hockey players do nowadays.
Yeah.
And
like Kachuk. Yeah.
And then Tom Wilson just skates up to him, snatches it out of his mouth and skates away. Hands it to the ref. Oh, Tom Wilson never changed, Tom. Never changed. It was hilarious. But yeah, looking forward to Leafs game 3.
Yes.
Coming up on Friday.
I think so, yeah. And Dallas's game is tonight too. So
yes.
I mean, what do you think of the depth of Dallas compared to the Jets? Do you think the Jets, even if they had, I believe it's Scheifele and Morrissey back, do you think that they'd still even stand a chance? Because when they come back, they're not going to be at 100%.
I wouldn't imagine, yeah.
Even if they're like 95%, like, do you think that's enough to beat the depth of the Dallas Stars?
They're a strong team, man.
Yeah, they are.
I didn't think that they would have, well, it was a close series. It went to Game 7, and Mikko Rantanen took over that series.
Yeah.
Right, or Game 7, I guess, right?
Got the hat trick.
Crazy. Last, what was it, 10 minutes? And he scored a hat trick.
4 goals in the third period.
Yeah. Just to complete the comeback and crush the Avalanche, which my bracket is ruined. Thanks to that, I had the Avalanche winning the whole thing. So
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, well, you know what? I thought the Avalanche could handle it. But
okay, I'm kidding. I have Dallas, so
yeah. I figured. Yeah. So Dallas is a strong team. I think Dallas takes this series. Absolutely.
Yeah. Same here.
Probably in 6. It's not going to go to Game 7.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's going to go to Game 7. I think Dallas will take it in 6.
Yeah. Watch Hellebuyck choke again.
Winnipeg had a tough time with St. Louis, and St. Louis is not nearly as good as Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas is a really, really strong team. I think they don't have much.
They'll get them.
Yeah. So looking forward to the Edmonton and Dallas.
Edmonton, Dallas, Carolina, Toronto.
There we go.
A lot of people are saying a Toronto-Edmonton final.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
I don't know about that.
Toronto-Edmonton.
Yeah.
It would be cool to see. That'd be a fun matchup to see. Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid. Right? But
I honestly, I'm a little biased, but I would give the odds to that one with the Leafs.
Yeah.
Just a bit of a deeper team.
They are a deep team. Yeah. That's for sure. They have proven that against the Florida Panthers so far in the second round. Yeah. Can the Leafs keep it up? We'll have to find out.
We'll see.
And we will let you know again as soon as more updates. Actually, I lied. It's going to be next week. We'll talk about it like our usual self. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful night.
Sayonara.